You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube. We've got your Young and the Restless comings and goings update for the next week or so, and we've got 4 big things we want to talk about, and we are going to talk about who's coming, who's going. There's a brand new character tied to a legacy character who no longer is on the show, but this is a really exciting casting note for the 50th anniversary. We also have a returning legacy character. We have another actress from Y&R who freaked out fans when she said something that sounded like she might be done at the soap, and then she clarified. We've got an update on that. And then we want to discuss the big villain in town and how long he is going to be around. Hey, if you've not already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless casting news, updates, spoilers, all the good stuff you need to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. Okay, I'm going to talk about the biggest one first. This is the biggest one for me, and if you're a long time Young and the Restless watcher, you may agree. There is a standalone kind of tribute on June 22nd, and it is to John Abbott, played by the legendary Jerry Douglas. And this is in honor of the 50th anniversary of Y&R. Obviously, we're hitting up against the actual 50th anniversary date, but they're celebrating the 50th anniversary and have been for quite a while now. So this is just one more thing. A lot of people really miss Jerry Douglas. And what's interesting is they have created a new character that is going to be played by Jerry Douglas's widow, Kim Douglas. She is going to be appearing as a woman named Zelda Wilford, who is a character with some kind of ties to the Abbott family. So that is very interesting. We do know that on June 22nd, there's going to be a lot of flashbacks of Jerry Douglas as John Abbott. If you don't remember, Y&R killed off John back in 2006, but then he did some ghostly visits over the years, and his last visit on the CBS soap was a decade after his character's death, and that was in 2016. And then Jerry himself passed away in November of 2021. So it'll be exciting to see his widow, and it'll be super exciting to see just some classic scenes of him, as a single dad, raising them after Dina Mergeron ran off. There is definitely a lot about this, and if you love classic episodes, this is one not to miss because you're going to get a lot of glimpses. And speaking of the Abbotts, that's our second note. Tracy Abbott is back in town. Beth Maitland is back, and she is showing up just in time for a nasty Abbott civil war. Jack Abbott and Ashley Abbott are at each other's throats. They are both racing to the altar to marry people that their siblings despise. And Billy Abbott is not very happy about Ashley getting involved with Tucker. He thinks Tucker is a scoundrel and just a bad guy, and he ran his own business into the ground, and Ashley wants to bring him in at Jabot because she's engaged in this coup to have Jack thrown out. Meanwhile, Jack is going to hire Diane to work in the executive suite, and he is trying to make sure that Ashley doesn't get her foot in the door with Tucker because he doesn't trust him. Of course, Ashley has plenty of power there, but he is going to really protest if she tries to bring in Tucker. So Billy Abbott is stuck in the middle of all this drama, and now Tracy Abbott is back, and it looks like her first appearance should be the week of June 19th. Hopefully we'll see her sooner, but we definitely know she has scenes that week. And she is going to be stuck between them because Tracy is a peacemaker. Billy can be a pot stirrer, but this time he is trying to mitigate things, but he is still Team Jack. And I think Tracy is going to be Team Abbott and try to get everybody to come to the table and play nice, but it doesn't look like they're going to play very nicely at all. Okay, so the actress who freaked out fans was Elizabeth Hendrickson, who plays Chloe Mitchell, and she was sitting in an airport doing an Instagram Ask Me Anything, an AMA, and somebody said, why don't we see Chloe very often on Y&R? And she mentioned that she had had a good run, and that sounded final to people. So people were freaking walking out, and then she came back around and she specified that she didn't mean that she was done at the soap. What she meant is that she's not on contract, she's on recurring, so she has no guarantee of how many episodes she'll get. When they decide to write her in, then she shows up and she does that. You probably have noticed that Kevin Fisher, who plays Chloe's husband, or who is Chloe's husband on the show, hasn't been around, and that's because Greg Rickhart is really busy over on Days of Our Lives. But with Sally Spectra having a pregnancy crisis this week with her high blood pressure and collapsing, I tend to think we are going to see some more of Chloe because she's going to want to be there by her best friend's side during this labor and delivery, which I think is going to come early, that trauma. All right, the last thing we want to talk about is whether Cameron Kirsten's run is done already. The bad guy came in hot into Genoa City. He was not playing. I mean, he's sending creepy gifts, then he knocks out a security guard, steals his uniform, murders a cat. Now he's kidnapped Faith. This guy is not going to last. Usually people show up and they reveal their villainous natures little by little. Sometimes they're new in town and we don't know, or they show up and they say they've changed. Cameron clearly hasn't changed. He's not even prevaricating about that. He is just a villain through and through. And so I wonder how long his run is going to last, because Monday the kidnapping is confirmed, and by Friday, Cameron has a very intense showdown with Nick and Sharon. Nick is already gunning for this guy, so I just wonder, gosh, is his run going to be over in the next couple of weeks? Is that how quick it's going to be? I mean, the actor, Linden Ashby, who plays Cameron Kirsten, already said that he knew it was going to be a short arc and there was no way to redeem this character. We'll talk about why in just a second. But if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless spoilers, casting news, all the stuff you want to know about your favorite CBS soap. So Linden Ashby, who is married to Susan Walters, who plays Diane Jenkins, she's one of the reasons he decided to take the part so he could work with his wife for a short little while. But he said when he got the scripts and he saw that his character was going to kill Faith's cat, he knew. He said, this is not going to last. This is going to be a short arc, because you can kill a person, you can do all kinds of stuff, but you can't hurt an animal and stay around. And already fans are very upset. Even though it wasn't a real cat, I'm so surprised they showed, I don't know if it was a real cat that was asleep, just a trained stunt cat, or if it was just a stuffed cat, but terrible. I can't believe they showed it. I just figured they were going to have the girls screaming, but no, they showed it. And a lot of people are very upset about that. All right. Tell us what you're looking forward to seeing. Are you excited about this John Abbott, Jerry Douglas episode coming in 2 weeks? I sure am excited about that. That's my favorite thing out of all the casting news that we gave you today. Let us know in the comments what you think and what you're excited to see.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.